Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking up, way up, to meet the gentle giants of the African savanna, the giraffes. These magnificent creatures are not just famous for their height. Their lives are full of incredible adaptations and fascinating behaviors. So let's dive deep into the world of the tallest land mammal on Earth. The giraffe, or Giraffe camelopardalis, is an icon of the African continent. Standing up to a staggering 6 meters or about 20 feet tall, they tower over every other animal on land. You can find them roaming the grasslands, dry savannas, and open woodlands of East and Southern Africa, in countries like Kenya, Tanzania, and South Africa. They're a type of hoofed mammal, perfectly suited for their unique environment. Let's start with their most obvious feature, that incredibly long neck. A giraffe's neck alone can be 2 to 2.5 meters long. But here's a mind-blowing fact. Despite its length, a giraffe's neck contains only 7 vertebrae, and that's the exact same number of neck bones as a human. This long neck is their secret weapon for survival, allowing them to reach the tender leaves at the very top of trees, far above the reach of other herbivores. But the neck isn't their only amazing tool. Have you ever seen a giraffe's tongue? It's about 45 to 50 centimeters long, or nearly 20 inches, and it's a dark purplish color. This dark pigment is thought to protect it from sunburn, as it spends hours reaching for leaves under the hot African sun. This tongue is also incredibly flexible and prehensile, meaning it can grasp and pull leaves from thorny branches, especially from their favorite acacia trees, without getting pricked. It's like having a built-in super long sun-proof pair of tongs. And we can't forget about their legs. A giraffe's front legs are about 1.8 meters long, or nearly 6 feet. But they aren't just for show. A single, powerful kick from a giraffe can be lethal, even to a lion, which is one of their main predators. These long legs allow them to run at speeds up to 60 kilometers per hour, or 37 miles per hour, over short distances, helping them escape danger. Finally, let's talk about their beautiful coats. Each giraffe has a unique pattern of spots, much like a human fingerprint. No two giraffes are exactly alike. These patterns aren't just for looks. They provide excellent camouflage in the dappled light of the woodlands and help with thermoregulation, which is the process of regulating body temperature. Each patch has a large blood vessel underneath. By directing blood into the smaller vessels around the patch, a giraffe can release body heat and stay cool. So, what does a giraffe do all day? Mostly they eat. A lot. Giraffes are herbivores and spend between 16 to 20 hours every single day just munching on leaves, shoots, and buds from acacia, mimosa, and other trees and shrubs. An adult giraffe can consume up to 30 kilograms, or about 66 pounds of leaves in a single day. That's like eating a huge salad that weighs as much as a small child. With all that eating, you might think they drink a lot of water, but they actually drink very little. They get most of the moisture they need directly from the leaves they eat. This is a fantastic adaptation for living in dry environments where water can be scarce. They can go for several days, or even a week, without drinking a single drop. When they do need to drink, it's a real production. Because of their towering height and relatively short neck compared to their legs, getting their head down to a waterhole is a serious challenge. To do it, a giraffe has to awkwardly spread its front legs wide apart or kneel down. This puts them in a very vulnerable position, unable to see approaching predators or make a quick getaway. It's one of the most dangerous moments in a giraffe's day. Now let's talk about their social lives. Are giraffes loners, or do they hang out in groups? Well, it's a bit of both. They live in loose, open herds of about 10 to 20 individuals. I say loose because these herds are not strictly organized. The members come and go as they please, moving between groups as they search for food and water. Think of it more like a casual social club than a tight-knit family. Despite their immense size, giraffes are generally very gentle, calm, and peaceful animals. They move gracefully and quietly through the savanna, rarely making much noise. But when it comes to competition, male giraffes have a very unique way of settling disputes. This behavior is called necking. The males will stand side by side and swing their powerful necks and heads at each other, almost like giant slow-motion sledgehammers. It can look quite violent, but it's their way of establishing dominance and winning the right to mate with females. Stronger, more dominant male wins the contest. With all their daily activities, you might wonder when they sleep. The answer is, not very much. Giraffes are one of the most sleep-deprived animals in the world. They typically sleep for only 30 minutes to 2 hours per day, and even then, it's usually in a series of very short naps, sometimes just a few minutes at a time. To stay safe from predators, they often sleep standing up. They will only lie down to sleep when they feel completely secure in their surroundings. When they do lie down, they often curl their long neck around and rest their head on their hindquarters, which is a pretty amazing sight. They rely on their excellent eyesight and hearing to detect any approaching danger from a distance, giving them a head start to react. Let's move on to the next generation of giraffes. Female giraffes have a very long pregnancy, lasting about 15 months. That's over a year. When it's time to give birth, the mother does so standing up. A newborn giraffe or calf is already huge. It stands about 1.7 to 2 meters tall and weighs between 50 and 70 kilograms. What's even more incredible is that, within just 1 hour of being born, a baby giraffe can stand up on its wobbly legs and even start to run. This ability is crucial for survival, as it needs to be able to keep up with the herd and escape from predators almost immediately. Life for a young giraffe is filled with peril. They are a prime target for predators like lions, hyenas, leopards, and wild dogs. Sadly, only about 40 to 50% of giraffe calves survive their first year. The mothers are very protective, and the whole herd will often try to defend the young, but the dangers are constant. This brings us to a more serious topic: the threats facing giraffes today. Despite being such a beloved and iconic animal, giraffe populations have been declining significantly across Africa. They are facing what some scientists call a silent extinction. One of the biggest threats is habitat loss. As human populations expand, land is cleared for farming, settlements, and infrastructure, shrinking the giraffes' home and cutting off their access to food and water. Poaching is another major problem. Giraffes are illegally hunted for their meat, skin, and even their tails, which are sometimes used as status symbols or ornaments in certain cultures. On top of this, climate change is affecting the environment, leading to more frequent droughts and reducing the availability of the leaves and plants they depend on. But there is hope. Many international wildlife organizations and conservation parks across Africa are working hard to protect these gentle giants. Their efforts include establishing and managing protected areas, implementing strict anti-poaching laws, and working with local communities to find ways for humans and giraffes to coexist peacefully. Breeding programs in zoos and reserves are also helping to maintain a healthy and genetically diverse population. By raising awareness and supporting these conservation efforts, we can all play a part in ensuring that future generations will still be able to marvel at the sight of these magnificent animals roaming the African savanna. So, the next time you see a picture of a giraffe, remember that there's so much more to them than just their height. They are incredibly complex, perfectly adapted survivors with a unique social life and a gentle nature, from their sun-proof tongues to their coated coats. Every part of a giraffe tells a story of evolution and survival in the wild. Thanks so much for joining me today to learn about the amazing giraffe. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more about the incredible creatures we share our planet with, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.